Ladies and gentlemen, Krzysztof the Polish Geek, and I'm back from New York City. And as I promised, the very first review I would do when I came back from New York City would be Sound of Freedom. I even made a short video about it, and here we are! First, a little story. The movie was actually made already 5 years ago by 20th Century Fox, but since Disney bought 20th Century Fox, it didn't allow for the movie to be released. But thankfully the director got his rights back to his movie, and now finally Angel Studios was able to finally release this movie. So thank you and good job Angel Studios for releasing this very important movie. The movie is loosely based on a true story about an American agent, Tim Ballard, who goes on a rescue mission to South America to rescue children that are human trafficked. And he's doing so against the orders of the American government, which believes that because those children aren't American citizens, it's not US government's job to help those children. But Tim Ballard chooses to do the right thing, and he embarks on a solo mission to rescue all those children who are human trafficked. And by the way, Jim Caviezel is phenomenal in the role as Tim Ballard. He's just fantastic. The movie is decidedly not an action movie. It's very much a thriller. Like, there are almost no shootouts or chases in the movie. In fact, there aren't any at all, actually. But that doesn't harm the movie one bit. In fact, I actually think that in this case, making the movie without any of those action and shootouts actually serves the movie very well. It makes it more realistic and actually helps us to focus on the actual important message that the movie has. The final act of the movie takes place in Colombia, and this is where one of the children that Tim Ballard is looking for is being held by Colombian rebels. And if you've been watching me for a long time, you know I have huge weakness for amazing scenery and landscapes, and the forests and mountains of Colombia are beautiful, and I simply love all the landscapes and scenery of Colombian forests and mountains. Although admittedly this is really not much the point of the movie, but still I love that. I love that scenery. And another thing I want to talk about in this movie is the PG-13 rating, something that I'm very mixed on. On one hand, I think that making the movie rated PG-13 very much accesses a much bigger number of people, but at the same time human trafficking is very much a subject for an R-rated movie, and as a result of the PG-13 rating, many of the worst aspects of human trafficking aren't actually shown to us, although I think the good amount is actually shown to make us really see what awful it is really like. So yeah, on one hand I think R-rating this movie could show us a lot more dark stuff related to human trafficking, but at the same time PG-13 makes the movie much more accessible to much larger number of audience, while still gets a very important message across. And honestly, I still think it shows us pretty much enough to show how awful the situation is that those children are. The movie has been very controversial actually, and I don't know why. Like, it should be an obvious common sense message that God's children are not for sale, and I don't even understand, like, why is this even a debate? Like, yeah, like, you don't have to agree with the actor's views. Like, I don't agree on a lot of things with Jim Caviezel, but it doesn't matter. Like, the message that human trafficking is terrible should be a very universal message. So yeah, Sound of Freedom is a very important movie. So please, if any of the theaters near you play Sound of Freedom, please, you have to see this important movie. This is a very important movie with a very important message. So please, if you have an option, please go and see Sound of Freedom. And let's also hope this movie gets distributed in a lot more countries, because sadly here in Poland it's actually not being released, at least for now. And I was really lucky, I was able to see it in New York City. But Angel Studios, if you can, please release this movie all over the world, including here in Poland, because truly more people need to see this very important movie, because as the movie says, God's children are not for sale. But Sound of Freedom is an important movie and powerful stuff that needs to be seen. Is it the best movie of the year? Well, in terms of importance, I say it actually might be, at least in terms of importance and education. Okay guys, so here you have my review of Sound of Freedom. And press the like button, please subscribe to this channel, and I will talk to you soon in another video. Talk to you soon, bye!